Go live. All right. All right, everybody. Welcome to the Thunderdome. I'm sort of getting my voice back. I can sing in a deep and sexy sultry voice, sort of again. But when I do that too much, it does go away again. It does go away. But as you can hear, the bass. Bruce. The bass is back in my voice. I've got manliness, muskiness just reeking out of my vocal cords now. Yes. We look to keep it that way. What is up, Dathical? Welcome. Let's go ahead and announce that we're live. We're building a game. It's funny is like no one shows up to these streams, and these are streams where you like actually learn what the fuck's going on about the collection. Cracks me up to no end. Big Time was crazy the past couple days. I don't know. We got put on. Does anyone else find it hilarious that we got put on the Big Time homepage while I'm telling a story about the only time I've ever seen heroin in my life? That shit cracked me the fuck up. That shit cracked me up so damn hard. I was like, these guys are like tipping me like $50 right now while we're getting on Big Time and stuff like that while I'm sitting there. Need to talk about drugs more? I know, right? They're like, oh man, this guy's talking about heroin. Is this following do heroin? Maybe they'll get addicted to Big Time. Oh, that would be fucked up. All right, let me tell everyone we're live. We are live from AZ. That's right. Faded Monsuta Friday mornings is live as we speak. Come join us as we delve into the wonderful world of tabletopia and begin to break ground. Free demo of Faded Monsuta. Boom! A bunch of the streamers are high. Bro, I was baked as fuck yesterday when I was playing the game. I don't think I could play that game sober. That game is like, it's just a repetitive grindy. It's a grindy game. You gotta have something dumbing you down in order to keep doing it over and over again. But I mean, it's funny because I've played games like that before with no monetary incentive. So now that there is a very clear monetary incentive, definitely makes sense for me to play a grindy game like that. But yeah, no. You want to get high? Come on, guys, you want to get high right now? Can you take me to Funky Town? Don't forget to bring a towel. Oh man, I'm so high right now. Oh, you brought washcloth? Oh, it's low, man. Go away! I'm walking on sunshine! We're getting our voice back, so now I can do voices again. Kermit the Frog here saying, it's not easy being green. Somewhere over the rainbow, skies are blue. See, I'm getting there. I'm getting back to voice making. Oh boy, so well. There we go. Freaking love tally. Freaking cancel. No, don't leave. Cancel. Don't get off the damn screen. That's not what we're here for. I have to finish this fucking announcement. Left Action House. All right, guys. So this is kind of cool here. So I'm going to show you kind of what needs to be going in here. And of course, the first thing I do when I'm logging into this is realize that I'm missing something that I need, which is the card back. So that's actually one of the things that we're going to be doing here today. Are you sure? Yes. Sure that I want to blast it out to everyone. Everyone come to the Left Action House. I'm not sure if Left House is going live today, but I think he might be. Because next week he's got a droppy going down. And it's some sort of trait thing that you can stake for something, some sort of dummy bears, something like that. And in addition to that he's doing it, it looks like the way to get him is to burn other Left House NFTs, which is intriguing to me. You know, see what he's doing over there. And, you know, maybe some of those joints you got or something, you burn them and you can get one of these dummy bears. I don't know. Maybe he'll tell us about it today. Maybe he'll tell us about it today. Alrighty, so let's go ahead. Let's pop on in here. I'm going to pop on over to GIMP because that's where we got our Sheezy right now. Share the screen. So what do y'all? So this is it. Like, I can change the color of this. This is currently what I have as the card back. I got it as the gold back. The gold card back. I don't know why I like this black gold setting so much, but you know, just did this, made the little background there, boop, did the little outline. I could put the outline in black. I could change the color of that. Might make sense to change that outline to black. So we actually still have boop, boop. Actually still have the pixel art here. We actually still have that open. So I can actually go in and fuck around and change this if I want to. So if I wanted to be like, what's that look like? I go and change that to black. See? That goes ahead and changes it a little bit. Now I can go to File, and then I can go to Export and Download, and download that guy. And then if I want to see what it looks like, you know what I mean? Because this is boop, 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 boop. There's separate layers. There's separate layers. So there we go. Plop that on in there. Boom. All right. So now you can see what it looks like with the difference there. Oh, well, I gotta show you I gotta show you the GIMP screen again. That's how that works. So here we go. Now you can kind of see the difference between the two when I do that. Should we have the black outline? Should we have that? And we're going to change it and do different colors. We're going to see what different colors look like as well. And I think with a lighter color, as we go lighter towards the center, it might be better to have the black back. Holy hell, he's already live? I know, right? I've been doing stuff like on time lately. I don't know. Something about getting the game going. His illness made him less stonery. I don't know. Yeah, like something about being sick. I was annoyed because every time I tried to like sit down and work, I'd be achy and feel like shit. And then I'm fucking up on stuff. And then I have to go back and fix it all. And I'm like, what the fuck? But yeah, no, I don't know. Like I finished being sick. And then I was kind of like, you know, we're at the part where I'm building the game. Like, this is the part where we're actually going to get to play this motherfucking shit. Which, I'm stoked to no fucking end on that shit. That shit sounds fucking dope. Good morning. We're gonna be getting some giveaways going here in just a minute. But right now we're going ahead and checking this out. So what are we feeling? We feeling the gold outline. We feeling the black outline in this instance. And don't worry, we're gonna change up the background. We're going to change up the background. We're going to change the color and stuff like that. We're going to do a few colors, see what we like here. To be clear, not upset, just endlessly surprised. Just endlessly. This is a box of surprises here in Faded Monsuta. Black outline all day. Excellent. See, and this is why we're doing this. So now I'm actually going to go ahead and I'm going to delete this file. Delete that sucker there. F2 gold faded logo card back. Boom. All right, so there's the gold one, right? Now, I'm going to go ahead and save this one as well. File, save this .pixel. Boom. F2, copy that. F2. Rename that. Boom. All right, so now I got that in there. So let's go ahead and fuck around with some other colors, right? Let's go ahead and fuck around with some other colors. Like, I think that purple might look good. I feel like purple might look good. I gotta get the right screen up. I gotta get the screen up here. I'm a big fan of purple. I don't know why. I think that purple might go well in this, which we could go for. Ooh, that's a nice little purple there. This is kind of like a neon purple there. We got just regular plain old purple. We got, this is kind of different purples. And then really I use this as like a starting point, like a jumping off point. Like they didn't have all these colors that I selected on that palette. Like I went ahead and went in between some colors and did some something. I don't know. I need a visual. Need a visual. Let's say what's actually, you know what? That's not purple at all. That's like maroon, but that's actually kind of the color I was thinking about. This is dark purple. We don't necessarily, actually, maybe we do want it to be kind of dark. Maybe we do want it to be kind of dark. All right, so let's give this a go. Let's give this a go, and we'll start off real dark. We'll start off real dark there. Boom, boom, boom. And this is why we're saving our previous results as they are. Because I won't be able to, it doesn't save this many undos. So let's go back. If you ever get an instance where you're just using like this, whoever did this did a great job. They went through and they like went ahead and did very small amounts. So if you like look at this on the color scale, like they're barely moving over bit by bit on this color scale. Where that little circle is, that tiny circle, like if I move it over here, boop, like that's what that is. That's what they're doing right there. So I always appreciate when people put that level of effort. Hey, I switched back, bro. I switched back to that color. What happened? Boop, boop. Yeah, no, it saves me a little bit of time and effort when someone goes ahead and does that in their color swatch there, because then I don't have to do it. But that is not always the case. So make sure you get comfortable with changing those colors, because on a very regular basis, you'll have to change them. Like, see, I'm wondering if I like to finish it before I make my choice, because sometimes it starts off too dark, but by the time I get towards the center, it's way too light if I don't start off dark. So sometimes I like to just see, you know what I mean? And this is it. This is kind of just a trial by error sort of thing here when I'm making these cards. I do a bunch of different colors. I do a bunch of different things, see what I like best. You know what I mean? And kind of go from there. Which, as you can see, once you've already built the card, it's pretty easy to, you know, switch colors here. Of course, I use a lot of different shades, but yeah, like, see, this might be awesome here. This is, I'm kind of looking at this and I'm thinking this looks fucking sexy right now. I might make it a little lighter, but like, I don't know. This looks like a solid card back right here. We haven't even put the image in there, and I'm already like, Oh, look at that sheen to it. See, I love like the diagonal sheen it kind of creates as well, which is why I do the shading style that I do. Because it creates that imaginary depth, that, you know, that visual effect that there's some sort of like shine or sheen or depth to it, when there's clearly not. Nope, I was right. Oh, see, like, I don't know. This is, I may have already shot the gold one dead. And the funny thing is that we can actually have multiple card backs. We can have different kinds. That's definitely not against any rule of some kind. Nope. A depth of field point, right? Yeah, no. And we can definitely make it lighter. But I'm going to go ahead just to see with, because the card back itself is pretty bright. It's pretty colorful. So sometimes having that contrast to something dark with something bright can be good, but it might be too dark. I agree. It might be too dark. So that's just it. That's just it. We don't have to hop off the deep end at any point here. See? So we can change this up and we can see what it looks like on GIMP. Let me show you. And so now we've got all of our options here. And I can kind of scroll through them just by making them visible and not visible. I kind of like it a little bit darker. It may be too dark, but again, this is going to be the back of the card. I want something that fucking musical, man. I want something that blinds me when I look at it. I want it to be like the fucking sun. We'll just do white and somehow go whiter than white. Just every time someone turns on the game. Oh. All right, what are we thinking? What are we thinking? Do we like the purple? Do we like the gold? Should we make the purple brighter? Because like I fucking love this. I fucking love how dark it starts. And it's just, I don't know. That seems like, because again, this is the back of the card. And then on the other side of the card, you know, let's go ahead and slightly brighter. We can do slightly brighter. We can do slightly brighter. Let's take a peek. Let's take a peek at slightly brighter. All right. And this is the cool part. This is the cool part here. Well, not that one. Not that one. Show them the other one. Show them the other one, damn it. Pixel art here. So we're going to the pixel art and we just save it, right? Dark purple faded logo card pack. All right. So there we go. I just put the same thing on the actual image itself. So that way when I go to look up the name, it brings up both the file and the pixel, the image and the pixel rather. No, you can't just change the palette and have the colors update. Because a lot of the palettes aren't the same. There's no like minimum requirement or like specific amount you have to put in. So if you do that, it doesn't just like magically change. Unless there's a button I've just never clicked before and it does that. But yeah, I wish I could just like go in and like, because let's just see here. So let's start from the center. All right, let's start from the center. We'll do that. We'll see how this looks, right? Which of course it looks like uniform when it's in the dark purple there. That's hilarious. Yeah, let's see here. Because it's still going to be pretty dark at the edges, even starting, 7 colors. But again, I can go like in between these if this is too bright. And then that's where things start getting a little trickier, right? Because now if I want to go in between, I'm going to have to start selecting my own colors at a certain point because there might not be enough colors or there might not be enough of a change. But as you can see, you know what I mean? Definitely a brighter contrast here. Definitely a brighter contrast. Definitely something that you should be, paying attention to as you change it. You know what? I may save the deep purple. On the left and right is the gold. That makes sense. That makes sense. I can get down with that. No, I hit the wrong one. You got to be careful about that too. Sometimes you can hit the same one and fuck that shit up. So got to be careful about that shit. Anyone need a big time code? There you go. There's the time to get a big time code. Someone's giving one away right now in the chat. Yeah, I always laugh when projects like see me streaming and they're like, hey, you mind if we just give you free stuff and we're going to blast you out on our social media and whatnot? I'm like, you can totally do that. I'm just letting you guys know. I'm a bit crazy. I'm not sure you want to do that. They even came in yesterday and they're like, yeah, you're live from the big time. You're live from the big time thing. I'm like, I'm on the big time like homepage right now. It's like, are you guys sure? You might want to go and change that right now. I'm just saying. I've definitely not said the nicest thing about big time in the past. Right, exactly. That's why I was like, they came in and tipped like 50. I was like, thank you. But no, Las Vegas Ape. I don't know if you knew this or not, but yesterday when they came in and like dropped $50 in biddies and like fucking told me that I was on the main page, I was in the middle of telling a story about the only time I've ever seen heroin before in my life. I got invited to a party. It was in a trailer park, real sketchy outside the trailer, got inside the trailer, even more sketchy. People like shooting up actively, cooking their fucking heroin in a spoon and shit. And that's when they fucking came in and started. I was like, I don't know if I should finish the story or not, but I guess I'm just gonna finish it. I was like, I don't. The story is just that, the ending is anticlimactic. We left, but no, my homie was like, we got there and we'd just gotten to the party, and they like basically offered for us to partake in the party favors, which appeared to be heroin, and more heroin. There was beer there as well. Some people were smoking weed. I was not about to smoke weed you never smoke weed at a place where people are doing heroin. Why is that? Because people smoke heroin. So if you get a pipe from someone, good chance is there's at the very least some heroin residue in there. So stay away from that. Not a place you want to chill. So I fucking go in and I look around. I turned to my homie. I was like, we gotta leave right the fuck now. I was like, we're going back through the door that we came. And he's like, bro, we just got here. Like, let me grab a beer. Let's at least drink a beer. Let's just fucking chill. Like, maybe it's not so bad. And I was like, bro, I need you to fucking turn 360 degrees. Look in every corner of this fucking house. And you fucking tell me whether you want to stay for a beer or not. Fucking people like collapsed on top of each other. Someone fucking tying shit around their arm, cooking the spoon thing, doing, hey, I gotta cook my heroin. Get it ready for injection. People smoking heroin. And he looks at me, he's like, yeah, we should go. It's like, yeah, you fucking think we should go? Lucky they didn't fucking like all turn on us in some sort of heroin zombie apocalypse movie fashion. Where are we gonna find another party? I don't know, anywhere but there. Anywhere but there. Just imagine the cops showing up, dude. Just try to be no, I swear, officer, I was the one guy not doing heroin. Oh my God, dude, I was talking about that with someone else, like on a call afterwards. I was telling the story, and then we started talking about like and like literally it's like Matrix shit. Like they're going down, and just when you think it's impossible for them to come back up, some sort of weird spasm comes up, and they like Michael Jackson. Like they Michael Jackson back up. Like, was he just on heroin the whole time? That's how he's like bending over and shit. It's the weird, and like, dude, and sometimes they'll just like bob there. They're like bent in half, and they're like, whoa. Like, and it's weird. It's like one of those bouncy things where you like punch the bouncy thing and it like goes this way, almost falls over, but then it's like, woo, 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 woo. And then you push it again, woo, 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 woo. You know, they got sand in the bottom of it or whatever. You know what I'm talking about? Those things we used to have when we were kids. Is as mainstream as it gets. Gotta get back on the horse. Right, the punchy clown. That's exactly it. Bob a lot. All right, we're gonna stop talking about this. This is like what people come to my show for. Let's talk some more about heroin for us, will you? Of course, of course. We got one for the dog that dispenses treats. Oh my Lord. What? You don't have a heroin treat dispenser for dogs, right? All right. So those of you who are just tuning in, we're making a card back because we need to make a card back in order to put shit on Tabletopia. No doy. Everyone should have known that. I should have known that. Here we go. Boom. So there we go. Now we've got a few representations here. Share the screen. Window, go back to here. So here we go. Brighter purple. You got super darky purple. And then you got the gold back. And then for whatever reason, if I decided not to change the black outline there. Yeah, there's black. So what are we feeling here so far? See, this is crazy. I love this one. I understand that some people do not, but I definitely do. Not a fan of the gold. Purple, but like just regular purple, not dark purple. I take it. Yeah, you just said purple, so I would assume you would have said dark purple. One of them is darker than the other. Not a fan of the gold. Yeah, the gold doesn't sit well with me. I started off with the gold because I was curious to see how it would look. Then it was just too gold. It was just this little bright and stuff like that. So for me, I like either one of these ones. Boop, 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 boop. Maybe we'll just have it flash like this. Whee! Kind of like it's like dim and lighting up. Purples are good, both. Dark purple. Like the lighter purple slightly better. What are you trying to give me a color name? That's what the color names look like. Let's see. That's this dark. That's this shade of purple. If you want a shade of purple, there you go. That's how it's identified in the system. Switch it on over. Now it's 521852. Switch it on over. A15CA1. That's how it registers the different gradients inside of the system when you're trying to pick and color, which is why there's so many different colors. That's why when it offers to remove a color for you, it gives you a percentage of match. Because if it says, like, for example, it has all the colors that it has, right? And then if you say within a 10% match, anything within a 10% match of all the colors that it has in its system, if it goes, if it's within that range, it's going to go ahead and remove it. So that's why usually you want to give a very specific color, because then if you wanted to, you could even knock it down to 1% and make sure that you're only hitting that one color, so that all your other colors are safe in case you do have colors that are near that one that you're removing from the image when you go into edit and stuff. So yeah, fun little fact there. Like the light purple a little bit better. All right, so I think that we'll stick with the light purple then. We'll stick with the light purple. Maybe I'll make the dark purple like a secondary skin. We'll bring back the dark purple for like a THC sort of dealy. That's kind of what I want to do. Is I know that a lot of people have those like little blend machines where you can take token, you can put it in, you can get something to pop out, and I kind of think that would be fun to do that with, like, I could toss a bunch of promo cards in there. I could toss a bunch of card backs. I could toss a bunch of stuff like that. I know Dangus did that. That's kind of what they have with like the mystery wheel or whatever over at Warsaken. I've always kind of thought about having all the sales separately, but it might be fun to have like a little, everything bag. You know what I mean? Where you can go ahead, and that might be one of the things that pops out of there is, a little different colored card bags so you can change shit around. What's really interesting here is it appears to like change it when you look at it, right? Isn't that crazy? The optical illusion, like the border seems to get larger or change. Part of me is wondering, is this one off kilter? No, this one's off kilter. I wonder how that got slightly off there. There we go. That was weird. I was like, that's slightly off. All right, so now we have the card back, though. So that's cool there. Let's go ahead and take a look at it. I don't know if anyone's ever looked at these before, but we're going to go ahead and take a look at them. They have a lot of stuff on Tabletopia on how to build games and stuff. So let's go ahead and share our screen. We're going to go to how to create a game. Boom. All right, so how to create a board game. So that's actually what we were doing. Because I was going through this, and it's like it immediately asks when you're creating a card, the front and the back. All right. So I want to have them be the same dimensions as much as possible. So we're going to have the front, we're going to have the back. That's how that's going to work. That's why we were just making a card back there, because I already have all 200 fronts completed. So we don't have to worry about that. We don't got to worry about that now. And then, of course, as the creating the game section, you're going to have to choose the types of Tabletopia digital objects you're going to use to represent your game components. Each of them has different features. Which are described in the details of the article, types of game objects. So all sorts of good stuff that's in here, as it talks about dice. It talks about different things that you can put on pawns. So like we don't need pawns, but we're going to need dice. We're going to need some dice rolls and stuff like that. We're going to need some counters. We're definitely going to want to have some counters in there to do it. Maybe we'll have a table, some skyboxes, some bags, things like that. There might be some things that we have to include in there in order to make all of the features possible for the different abilities and stuff like that. So, and here we go. We'll share this tab. Type of game object. So this is what we're talking about here. And some of these already exist. Some of these you can make. You don't want to just spread some peons around the board for shits and giggles. Have a little pawn audience. That would be funny if we did like a little like amphitheater like around the smoke ring. Put the little pawns in there. You have like little discs, which we could use the discs for like status impairment, right? So if you have burn, you'll put the red status impairment on. If you have frozen, you'll put the blue one on. If you have poison, you'll put the green one on. So on, so forth. So on, so forth. You know what I mean? Or maybe we'll make the red bleed and we'll get an orange one and we'll make the orange one be burn. So this is kind of what's been rolling through my brain as I've been getting ready to dive into this hardcore. And again, we may have to make some of these ourselves. You know what I mean? We could probably use some from Tabletopia. But that's the other thing that I really kind of like. Meeples, is that what you were talking about? That's like for like the game of life or something. That's hilarious. I just saw Meeples. That's too fucking funny. But so this is going to be kind of the idea of going into it. And some of these we're going to be making ourselves. Some of these are going to be things that are in the game, possibly. I feel like making a dice wouldn't be that hard. I would just have to make 6 sides. And once they give me the parameters, I can easily accomplish that. You know what I mean? So we could probably make our own dice that get thrown around and rolled around in there. Because I'm pretty sure that that they probably have a 3D cube that already has the motion on it. And all we're doing is adding our own flair to it. That's part of the reason that we're doing Tabletopia. Health boosty green effect. Yeah, you could do that. Purple could be poison. Exactly. See, we're getting there. We're getting there, man. You could have a token for paralysis, so that way you know which Pokemon is paralyzed and can't move. We have a fuck ton of status effects. So that's going to be something that, is good for just in general. Again, when I'm building the game, like this is the stuff that I have all the mechanics thought out. I have all that stuff thought out, but there's lots of other things that go into a card game that are necessary in order to create, you know, all this shit, in order to create all the things that I want to do, all the functions, all that stuff. Which Pokemon? Which Faded Monsuta, you mean? Damn right, exactly. That's what we're going for. That's what we're going for. We want to be the adult Pokemon, all right? That's what we are. We're the adult, which fucking Super Dope released a, no, didn't release. He showed a trailer. Oh, I need to ask him what that game was because we are playing it. It's like Pokemon, but you have a gun and you shoot Pokemon and you give your Pokemon guns and then they shoot Pokemon with you. It's not actual Pokemon. It's like their own version of it, but it looks hilarious and it actually looks like an amazing, beautiful, like real world, like, you know, open world experience, which is even crazier. So you have the objects that tells us how to make the objects. You have the setup, which will tell you how to create the setup, which is going to be more like the card game itself. I really hate people like titles. Whoever did that, I want to punch them in the face. They delete the whole thing and then they like and then they type another title. Tell the name now, God. The name now. Yeah, about game setups. In real life, you set up games new each time and choose the game components you need depending on the number of players and some other factors. See, I'm losing my voice as time goes on. When I started the stream, it was like super deep, sultry, sexy voice. As time has gone on, I'm losing it, but like we're getting better. We're almost better. Unique components for a different number of players. Some games have boards and other components that scale up or down depending on the number of players. So you need to create separate setups for each number. Yeah, we got the one. We got the one game style. So we're all good on that. We got the one game board. It's going to look like that. Language dependent components. If the game you are creating is language dependent and has much text, you might want to create separate setups for each language you support. So yeah, that might be something that we have to actually do. That's a solid point right there. See, another thing I wasn't really necessarily thinking about, but that might be something that I have to think about towards, actual release, creating, because I'm not going to create NFTs with different languages on them, but like, it would be cool if you speak Spanish, if you can select Spanish and then all of the card explanations and stuff like that switch to Spanish, which we've had people bring that up in the past that they would be willing to do that. And it just we haven't really needed it up until like probably right now at this point. You know what I mean? Because people are going to be able to play this shit. So now we definitely need people that can speak Spanish that can tell people how to play this game. Now we definitely need it. Before, I didn't want to build too much unnecessary hype, but now we're at the point of where we're going to be building this shit. It's going to be something. And again, the main reason for this is to show people the game, have it so you could bring a friend, whether they're in NFTs or not, show them what it's like, what it's going to be like, all sorts of different stuff like that. So paid and free setups. Your game may be split into several free setups in the free catalog and paid setups in the premium catalog. See about free and premium games for details. So maybe there will be a premium feature at some point, but like I would make like a premium setup would be like, say, for example, I created the hybrid Monsuta, right? I created the hybrid Monsuta and they're not released in game yet and people are playing with that. And if people wanted to play with those cards early and get like, a strategy or something like that, we could do like a paid demo. So that way you get like a little bit of a competitive edge from it or something like that. You could play with them before they're even released in the game or turned into NFTs or something. Like I've thought about something like that, but outside of that, and I'm not even sold on that. You know what I mean? That's just something that whenever I see a feature, I'm like, what could I even use this feature for? Because I don't want to just be like, oh yeah, you got to pay money if you want to play this game. Fuck you. So excellent translating. Unlike Google Translate, you can explain the context to it. Oh, that's awesome. Thank you. That might be a great way to do that. All right, game objects are used in-game. The arrangement of game objects on the table, settings, style, etc. of the game table, access level defines who is able to see and play this setup. So there you go. So this is going to do the number of players, language dependency, addition, winner determination mode, access level. So there you go. And again, this is kind of good for me, who's never built a game before, to have something that's already kind of pre-set up and I'm plugging things in. Because again, there's lots of how-tos on Unity on how to plug shit in and how to create different containers and files and how to do different shit. So this is kind of why we've picked Tabletopia. This is why we've picked Unity. There's lots of how-tos. There's lots of information out there. With the combination of those items, ChatGPT, all that stuff, we should be able to figure out how to get all this done and create playable demos and create a playable game. That's the wacky concept behind all of this. Don't forget to add the cheat code that allows me to win every match. Of course, the cheat code. We can't have a wax game without hacks. Exploit. Oh, I'm reading this and I'm not even showing you. And that's kind of the cool thing about this. Part of the reason that I'm showing this to everyone is that, like, in case you ever want to make a card game, you totally can. If you wanted to use, you know, what is my dog doing? You all right there, buddy? Buddy, your nose. Hey, you goofball. He's like chilling in his kennel. He likes to sleep in there. And he's like sleeping with his nose like partially pressed against, like blocked by like his cage, like sticking out of there. And it was like creating this like weird hum whistle thing. All right. So that's the concept. That's the idea. I got to get to work early, so I'm probably going to switch to giveaway mode here. But I think we're going to go with the purple card back. What do you guys think? Does that look good? We'll go back to GIMP. I'm thinking the purple card back is where I want to go with that. Where'd you go? I made it smaller. There we go. So yeah, I think the purple card back, this one here, the lighter one. The lighter one seems to be people's more favorite. But yeah, creating that gradient, creating that, this one color there is like darker than the rest. I've just noticed. It's almost like I fucked up and like went backwards. I just noticed that. So I'm probably going to fix that because this, yeah, wait, what's going on here? Doesn't, yeah, it's just this one right here, right? Yeah, this color almost looks like it's this color or maybe even that color. I did the same color. I went backwards and then forwards there. Let me actually fix that now. Aha, see? So I even fucked it. This is why this is good to look at shit like this. This is why we look at shit like this. I was going back to admire that gradient I was talking about, that, you know, whoo, like going down in there. And then sure enough, no, not a video file. Share screen, pixel tab. So there we go on that. See, so I'll show you the difference there. See how it kind of has that woo straight down? I fucked up here. See? Right here, I went ahead and went back one. As you can see, right? So see how those two are the same color? These two are the same color. And then I fucked up there. So that's why I'm going in here. And that actually might end up creating exactly the right. I was kind of surprised at how much brighter it got. You know what I mean? So this actually makes a bit more sense to my brain. Hold on. Hold on. We fucked up. We fucked up here. There we go. No, see, I fucked up. It's being a little weird right now. There we are. There we go. All right. And then we want this one to be that color all the way around. It looks like we do. All right. There we go. There we go. Gotta make sure that gradient's just right. What are we building? Card backs? Damn right. We're able to raid today. Quadrell is doing his 1 year on Twitch celebration. Neato. What are we building? Yeah, we're building a card back right now. I just realized that my art was slightly off there. File, go to save as.pixel. I'll go to purple, faded logo card back. Okie dokie. Export download. I'm going to go ahead and delete that one. F2, purple, faded logo card back. Boom. All right. All right, now y'all will get to see just how easy it is to switch on over to GIMP. Boom, there we go. And now I'm going to go ahead and take this and plop it right there. All right. So you can see the difference, right? One, the shading looks off. One, the shading looks correct. There we go. So that looks perfect. It's exactly what I want right there. This is definitely where it's going. I don't need that one anymore. So we'll delete that one. There we go. Yeah, there we go. That's what I'm talking about. That's definitely. Card backs or card backs? Card backs. Card backs. Card for the game. Indeed. Indeed. All right, so there you go. That's the back of the card. That's what we're going to go ahead and when you're looking at your deck, that's what you're going to be looking at. You're going to be looking at that. When you draw your cards, it's going to have the other cards on the other side. Boom. All right, so there we go. We got that done. We got that done. So I think now you guys know what time it is. It's time for some grubfish. Time for you guys to blow each other up, go kaboom to one another. Click anywhere to begin. Do Twitch. Big time ball sacks. I'm sure they loved seeing that too. I'm sure they were thrilled. Card back. There we go. Okay. So we're going to do card back. Left action house. Boom. Now we're ready. We're not going bareback. No barebacks. It would also not be good just to see your card hang on the top of your deck. Oh, that's what he's drawing. Maybe they secretly love balls. Maybe they're just like, oh, rah, 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 rah. just underneath them, just like, trying to get both balls in their mouth at the same time. They're like, we love balls. The old nut cobbler, exactly. That was fucking funny. All right. Get on in there to win there, guys. All right, let's go ahead and do first place is going to get a Series 5 promo pack. We're going to start it off hot with Series 5 promo pack. And what time are we going to start? We're going to start at 9:56. 9:56. You have until the 56 mark to get your buns on in here. Till the 56 mark to get your buns. I'm going to start rolling something because I have to go to work after this. Oh yeah, baby. Oh man. Alrighty. Yeah, this past week was a little bit crazy. Just still getting over the sickness. By working after I wasn't fully ready, I kind of re-sicked myself. It's just like the end of my last shift before I went on my, on my few days off. I was like, bro, oh, I don't feel good. I just, I'd run out of cough medicine that day. So I didn't have my cough medicine high to push me through. So that cough medicine cracks you the fuck out. Does anyone else notice that? Does anyone else get that effect from cough medicine? I assume they do. I think it's something in there that gets you all cracked out. You know what I mean? It's not just you just start off and you're like, woohoo! You start off and you're all sick and you're you're dying and shit. And you take that shit and you're like, I could fucking climb a mountain. It's just some Tylenol, it's like some Tylenol knockoff of Dayquil. You know what I mean? Is it the one with codeine? I don't think so. I don't think it has codeine. Maybe it does. Maybe that's why I feel so awesome. But yeah, no, I'm asleep though without it. I'm my body's just go to bed. I'm no. Gotta build Faded Monsuta. Must play big time. It's my body's just do random shit other than sleep. Do anything but sleep. I don't know what's wrong with me. I just go to bed and sleep at a normal time. It's the wood alcohol. It's the wood alcohol? How do you mean? Do you mean wine? Are you talking about when things are aged in barrels? Or is that a boner joke? I actually know wine and stuff. So there's a few ways to take that. We're all allergic to wood, just to be clear. If you drink anything that's been aged, wood, the food is poison. Heard that. Mochat Twitcher's living in a bunker right now. They're coming for us. Get in the thing. All right, first place. Get the Series 5 promo pack. Here we go. We gotta do prizes, so let's just roll through, you know what I mean? Mean what you know and know what you say. Oh no! Didn't we need to explode? No, you didn't need to explode. I never said those words. Never said those words. I said first place gets a Series 5 promo pack. That's all I said. Alicia Z coming to the vote. I'll usually say, I mean what you know, and I know what you mean. It's a mean no. Think Mochat Twitcher. Mochat Twitch, you're getting a win from the bunker. Woo! Oh yeah, you got the green trail. There you go. You got some accessories. Some accessori. All right, let's go to trading. Let's go to new transfer. Boom. Twitch. Giveaways. Sensi Bullrug. People always say Sensi Bullrug, and now I don't want to say that. I just want to confuse people further. Bam! Got some good staking power in there. CS5 promo pack. That's what I'm talking about. All right, FTXXQ.way. I'm sending your prize now. It's confirming the transfer. All right, you should have your NFT now. All right, let's go ahead and get it fired up again. Let's get a couple winners here. First, and if we have 30 people, we'll do first and 30th, get first edition pack. If we don't have 30th, we'll do like first and 15th. Do something like that. Do something like that. Card back. And it says I can have like admin access and stuff like that. So part of me has been like thinking about like allowing people with like a certain NFT to like get access or something. If you got like the OG Monsuta CardShark role. But then if I made everyone admins, people would be fucking with shit and fucking shit up. So I'll probably just build it and then let people play. Like I said, I've not been sleeping much. I should be sleeping, but I'm not sleeping much. Been studying up on how to build this shit, and I don't know. Everything that they do looks very simple. I have a very false sense of security. I'm sure that this is going to go swimmingly. Sleep when you're dead, right? Right? All right, we got 23 people in here. I'm going to start this one at 10:03. 10:03, we're going to be getting started here. I haven't actually logged into Novo Pangea in a minute. I haven't logged into Novo Pangea in a minute. Not start here, play game. In a minute, I mean like a day. Just not been. I've been so bad about like doing everything. I haven't claimed Warsaken loot. I haven't claimed Warsaken loot, and I don't even know how long. I don't even know how long it's been since I claimed loot. We'll claim loot. There we go. I don't get much. I get like 2,900. 2,900 loot. All right, one of my buildings needs shit. Oh, I got mad materials. I'll set wages in a minute here. So that ate up a bunch of my stuff here. Let's go ahead to building materials. Let's sell that. Yeah, let's sell like around 2,000. We'll sell 2,040. That should give me, that'll leave me enough. So there we go, 34. We'll get that back right there. Boom. All right, let's go to workers. Let's go to feed and rest all. Let's see if it'll let us do that. A lot of times it doesn't let us do that. There were 2 workers that I didn't send out to work. That's weird. Oh, wow. There we go. It actually instantly went and sent them to do whatever. Sweet. Love it. All right. So there we go. The send all to work button I don't like. I'm not a fan of that button. All right. So let's go ahead and claim the rewards. We'll claim rewards for this Kriegox here. Maybe I'll switch. Maybe I'll share this tab. So I just got another 1,085 building material. I'm going to sell that down. All right, there we go. Do that there. Approve. All right, let's see what I get this time. I don't think it showed me what I got. Did I not get anything? That's weird. Normally it tells me if I got something. Normally it at least usually shows up with something that says that you didn't get anything. That was weird. My buildings. Add creature. Find creature farm, my buildings, add creature. You don't have enough resources. Oh, I need more food. I need more food. I have 175, right? I need 375. Yeah, I'm going to have to do 220. I was hoping to get some food from the second one that I sent out, but that one didn't work. Rules could definitely have further development as we test and stuff like that. But for the most part, they're set in stone. Just limestone or something like that. But yeah, if like something is like egregiously not working, you know what I mean? Like then that's, oh, I guess I got energy. I guess that's what I got. All right, so we're going to wake you up. Yeah, the hemp paper, I haven't changed the rules pretty much since I conceptualized the idea. So if we get in there and I realize that, you know, the only thing that I could imagine would need changing is the resting before laying something, like when laying something down. A lot of games have that feature. As of right now, I wanted to smash mouth, you know, fast-paced game, right? Now I'm up to 2250 in building materials. I don't even think I set the wage for that building, did I? No. I have no idea what's happening. Just got a grip of building materials again. Which I'm actually going to sell pretty much all of that. Transaction successful. I need energy so people can work. Go to buildings, go to this one. Upgrade? Oh, I could upgrade that. Got it. No, set wage. All right. Minimum skill worker allowed. Yeah, I can do 1 through 4. Fuck it. Approve. So there we go. Get that out of the way here. Go to earn. Go to highest wage. That's usually how I like to do it. Oh, this one's got room for level 1s. Oh, I can fit 4 in there. Hot dog. Yeah, take all 4. Take all 4 of my lowly workers there. Boom. All right, go back to earn. Highest wage. It's like 2.7 is the next highest. We can fit 3 in there. All right. So we'll fit 3 in there. So we actually got decent wages for our level 1 workers here who are going to be gone here soon. The unskilled workers don't last. The unskilled workers don't last. It looks like someone already filled up my thing here. Someone may have already gone and worked at my facility there. I just noticed that it was off the highest wage thing there. Is there a printable deck somewhere? No, that doesn't exist. That does not exist yet. All right, well, it doesn't look like anyone actually has gone to build anything there. But we got plenty of energy. We'll make sure to sell some of that off before we... Nope, you're hearing things, Mochat. A lot of people are hearing things today. Bogey Bear thought I said to explode. And when you say printable, you mean like a hard copy version? What do you mean by like a deck builder? Like what do you mean by a printable deck? That's how I know I definitely didn't. Playable in person. No. Yeah, no, there's no actual card games that you have or anything like that. No, there's not an actual physical one. Nope, this is all conceptualized here on the Wax blockchain. Oh, look at that. We have 37 contestants. I don't know where y'all came from. Would be the only playable cards that I have. No. All right, let's go ahead and hit choose game. Well, I think they have playable cards if you bought that GoFundMe thing. They had a GoFundMe that was like just for the people that
you know, own those cards, and then they have that printing facility that's doing it. They have all the stuff's on their little thing. Their GoFundMe talks about the company that's actually making the cards and stuff like that. Which I think that they say that they can like print it out on demand, but usually that was for like if you own a card shop or something like that. And that was like that didn't have a specific price. That was like, you know, it was like, I can't remember what words they used, but it was like something that you would like basically consult with the team on what the price would be. I was more talking typewriter paper. What? I don't know what you're going for, man. We're gonna move on. First the 30th. Yep, Tabletopia it is. Typewriter paper, as far as I'm concerned, is just paper. It's just print paper. So you're just saying, like, literally just have the cards so that you can print them out of your printer and, like, cut them out and use them. Got it. Got it. Yeah, no. I mean, you could technically do that if you wanted to, but no, I haven't set that up to where you can self-print out the cards on just regular printer paper. I got some leftover cardboard boxes if you want. No, there's not a printable thing that people can play it out. That's why we're doing the Tabletopia, so that people can go ahead and do that, because I don't think everyone has a printer or the capable. That would be so much color, bro. That would be so much color. Stop offering people my house. All right. 1st and 30th, getting a first edition card pack here. Be specific. Didn't Chowbunga do that for Warsaken? Possibly. I mean, I would assume he would just create the dimensions of the cards and then put them all side by side on a page with enough distance between them to be able to cut them. Which, I mean, you could do like actual card stock at that point. You know what I mean? You don't have to use printer paper. I think typewriter printer paper was what threw me off. I don't use typewriter paper. I'm not sure if that's a different thing than just regular paper. You're talking about like card stock. Like, yeah, that's like a regular thing you can put in quite a few printers. Most printers have that ability. We're just going to do the Tabletopia version. If someone from the community, like with Warsaken, wants to create a playable, printable version, by all means. But yeah, it's me doing this solo here. I literally make everything by myself. So no, I'm probably not going to get to work on the printable thing. I'm more focused on the actual playable stuff, like online. It's meant to be a game, like a video game. It's meant to be a video card game, if you will. So we're going to be going ahead and we got Roll Gruen. That's a new name there. Roll Gruen and Kalamangi. There we go. Get those two winners in there. But yeah, once I'm done with Tabletopia, I'm going to be going right into building the game in Unity. That's kind of what I want to do here, is get that built. That's kind of my number one priority. So like doing Tabletopia and then doing that just doesn't make much sense in terms of time efficiency. You're welcome. All right, Roll Gruen, we got yours out there. Anything that involves adding things to my plate is not what I'm doing right now. That's not the plan. There's a lengthy list of shit that needs to get done. All right, both those prizes have been sent out. All right, I'm going to go ahead. We're going to do one more giveaway. We're going to do one more giveaway. We're going to do 1st and 30th. Can be getting a genuine everything back here. Roll this blunt here. I don't think I've ever printed a card game out before. I've always just gotten cards. I've always just paid for cards and played the game that way. All righty. Get this rolling here in just a minute. Pretty much once I finish shaping this here, we're going to go. We're going to go. Should be an exciting time in the Animal Kingdom. But yeah, that's what it's going to be. You know, probably this week and maybe next week. The show we're going to be going through and seeing what we've done on Tabletopia so far. And we're going to be maybe even building further on Tabletopia. Kind of show you how we're getting it done. Because I definitely don't want to just do that right now with absolutely no... Like I've watched some videos, but I want to fuck around in it. I'm going to have to load all these assets in, and then I'm going to have to like see how they work. I'm probably going to load in a few just to start with, and then see, you know, because I'm sure I can add more in. I'm sure it's not like add all 200 cards in and then see if shit works out. I'm sure I can put in a few and then go back and add cards if it works out exactly as I expect it to. Be awesome if it was the easiest thing ever. And like next week, we're just like playing the game. But yeah, that's going to be interesting here because once this game is complete, like we're going to probably be doing Tabletopia, you know, Faded Monsuta while we do our Marble Grand Prix on like weekend streams and stuff like that. Maybe even daytime streams. So you're probably going to be seeing a lot more of that as opposed to our usual retro gaming and things. Going to be getting some insider knowledge on the old Faded Monsuta collection. That's what we'll be doing instead. And people actually get to see how potent some cards are. We also may realize while we're playing it, some cards are definitely way too strong. So before I mint their first edition cards, I could probably change them a bit. First edition cards are not going to be the perfected cards. Those are going to be different cards. We just needed the first edition cards because we needed something that was a playable card. In order to be, we needed a card that had all the words on it so you knew what the fuck you were doing in the game. So we're going to load up the containers with all the images that we got, front and back. Going to be loading up some die, stuff like that. See if they should give us dimensions of what it needs to be. And then I can make something based off of those dimensions. So that should be easy enough. And making, you know, a 6-sided die pixel art is not difficult at all. So we should be good to go on that front. I'm pretty stoked about that. I am pretty stoked about that, to say the least. All righty. We're getting there. There you go, you little son of a bitch. There's like a tiny little stem at the base of this. I'm just being a bitch. There we go. Boom. Now we're cooking with gas. Now we're cooking with gas. Referencing the spreadsheet the entire time. We don't need readable cards, right? Can you believe I even thought that for a moment? Like, I remember thinking, like, when I was making the cards, I was like, this will be great. And then they'll just have the battle sheets and they'll just memorize all the abilities like I do, the guy who created the cards. And then I was like, wait, no, that's fucking idiotic. That won't possibly work. The fuck was I thinking? Holy cow. All right, so let's choose the game here. So we got 23 people here. We've got 37 contestants. Good to see. 37 people is about right for the weekly update. We don't do as many giveaways on this day. Use yesterday. Just people going in for the big time code, and I guess maybe not seeing a big time code being given away and then going to other streams. We're padding our following numbers. We're up like 57 followers in the past 2 streams or some crazy shit like that. Someone's like, give us big time codes. If you've caught me talking about Faded Monsuta and dropping links while doing it, that might be a little planned. Did somebody say big time code? Yeah, not on this stream. The past 2 days, we gave out 4 big time codes. Pretty much did a dungeon. Then we went and did one of the dungeons. Previously, all the dungeons we've been doing had been taking a while. We unfortunately wiped on our last dungeon, which sucked ass. I was mad about that. There was like a big lag spike, and I was just dead. It's like the boss fight started. There was a huge lag spike, and then by the time it finished, I was just being fucking ass rammed by like 40 fucking raptors. My poor buns. My buns didn't stand a chance. Oh, Pekka! And Roll Gruen, how? How did you get 30th? We had like 3 giveaways, and you've won twice. This is nonsense. This is nonsense. All right, well, our first winner, first place, we're going to give you that Gen 1 Everything pack. I presume that you are new, Gren, so make sure that you go to our link tree. Link tree, Faded Monsuta. At the bottom is where you can open these packs. The Gen 1 Everything pack you have to open from NFT Hive. The other packs you can open anywhere. But that one in specific, you have to open from NFT Hive. So make sure you get that link tree link in there. Make sure you're following that. And then there we go. Boom. I just put Twitch giveaway Sensei Bullrog for some reason. That's incorrect. Should have wrote the memo with the Faded Monsuta on there. But that's it, guys. That's going to be the show for the day. We're going to head on out of here. Left House, are you still hanging around? You still hanging around here by any chance? If so, we would raid into Quadrell, it sounds like. Sounds like it's his year anniversary of streaming. I'm not getting a response, guys. Manual raid on over to Quadrell. Thank you guys so much for stopping by. I look forward to next week. Hopefully we can show you maybe even a little bit of the gameplay going down. But everything goes smoothly. You never know. You never know. So thank you all so much for showing up. You guys have been absolutely awesome. And I need to go get ready for work. So have a great day, everyone. Head on over to Quadrell. Peace.